Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I am Nurshalia Maisara and I will begin with the introduction of our assignment. So reading and writing are fundamental skills for ESL learners in order to succeed academically and also to develop English language proficiency. However, many students face challenges such as limited vocabulary, low motivation, and also lack of exposure due to effective learning strategies. So, to overcome these issues, targeted teaching methods must be used to improve comprehension and also writing output. Strategies like skimming, scanning, summarizing, mind mapping, and guided writing have shown positive results in enhancing students' understanding and also performance. So this assignment reviews 3 selected journal articles that focus on the use of reading and writing strategies in ESL classrooms and how these strategies can be effectively applied in Malaysian context. I think that's all from me. I'll pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ashrabi Muhammad Khairuddin, and I'll be presenting about my self-reflection, and these are 4 important aspects that I've acquired from this in completing this assignment, which are integration of reading, cognitive and metacognitive strategies, effective strategies and motivation, and lastly social strategy and peer support. And for the first point, Ahmad and Ismail highlighted integration of reading and writing. Reading activities improve ESL learners' writing performance and confidence. Reading is not passive input, it actively scaffolds writing strategies. Alright, and the second one, it was highlighted by Anya, which is cognitive and metacognitive strategies. Learners analyze text pattern, for example, structure, vocabulary, logic. It help with planning, monitoring, and drafting, which are the key metacognitive processes. And for me, reading model text helps me internalize academic patterns. And the third one is effective strategies and motivation. Reading relatable text increases confidence and persistence in writing. Pre-reading prepares learner emotionally and cognitively, encourages self-motivation and idea generation. And the last one is social strategy and peer support. Ahmad and Ismail highlight class discussions and teacher-led debriefings. Social interaction promotes learning through shared analysis. Personally, for me, observing peers' approaches help refine my own writing. And to sum up my self-reflection, both studies support a reading-rich classroom for holistic writing development. Reading aids in metacognitive effectively, and social strategy use reflect authentic, culturally grounded literacy practices in Malaysian ESL context. That is all from my self-reflection. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Melur Khairani binti Abdul Rashid and I will be presenting about my findings. So based on the first article, having the ability to apply different reading strategies truly help readers in understanding the context better. For an example, when readers implement scanning as their reading strategy, they can easily find the exact information they are looking for, like a specific date or a specific information from the text in front of them. So next, the second article, it is discussed on how specific reading strategies can improve student understanding and retention of text. It focuses on strategies like predicting, questioning, clarifying, summarizing, and visualizing. One of the benefits stated in the second article is emphasis on active reading metacognitive strategies. Apart from that, it also improves critical thinking and text engagement. So now, moving on to the third article, it explored the ways of ESL students in Malaysia manage academic writing by using different strategies. The different strategies stated in the articles are planning, monitoring, and revising. These strategies are most frequently used to help learners to stay organized and to also improve their structure of writing. The article highlights the importance of training students in strategic writing to improve clarity, coherence, and overall writing quality in English Second Language context, ESL context. So, in conclusion, from completing this assignment and reading all 3 articles that my group had chosen, I learned that both reading and writing skills heavily relate to each other. And in order for ESL learners to be good at writing, they first need to master and apply the correct reading strategies. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hi sir, I am Risha Ganesan. Now I will start with the individual reflection. So first of all, I learned that reading and writing should be taught together. They work better when we use them at the same time. When students read first, they get more ideas, learn new words, and feel ready to write. The first article, it shows that using small steps like guessing the meaning, asking questions, and finding the main point can help the students to understand the reading better. After that, it becomes easier for them to write. The second article, it helped me to understand that many students find it hard to start writing. This is not because they are bad at English. It's because they don't know how to begin or what to say. When teacher give them a reading test first, it gives them ideas and make writing easier. The article also say that students are not all the same. Some learn fast and some learn slowly. So teachers should change their ways to help everyone, especially the weaker ones. The third article shares some useful and easy steps for writing. These include thinking of ideas, planning the writing, and doing a simple draft. These steps are good for school writing like essays, stories, or reports. They help students to write clearly and stay on topic. These steps also work well in classes with students of different levels. Strong students can go deeper in their writing, while weaker students can still follow the plan. When everyone reads the same test, the class becomes more fair and friendly. In my own understanding and peer teaching, I saw that students usually feel scared to write. They look at the paper and I don't know what to say because they don't know what to say. But when I gave them a short reading first, they started to feel better. They got ideas from the reading and slowly began to write. I believe reading gives them the language they need, and writing helps them to use it. These two skills work together like a team. In short, to me, using reading and writing together is a great way to teach English. It helps students to feel more confident, learn faster, and enjoy the lesson. It also helps the both strong and weak students in the same class. I truly believe these simple steps will help my students in the future. I will use them when I become a teacher to help all my students to grow in English. That's all from me, sir. Thank you, sir.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Again, I am Nurshala Maisara and now I'm going to present my individual reflection based on the 3 articles that we have reviewed and how they help me as a future ESL teacher. So, starting with the first article, I learned that reading strategies like skimming, scanning, interference making, and also summarizing are very, very effective. So, all these strategies help students to understand reading text better and improve their comprehension. I personally related to this article because when I was in school, I struggled with reading comprehension. Like I didn't know how to approach long text and often felt lost. So this article reminded me of how important it is for teachers to guide students step by step so that reading doesn't feel too overwhelming. Next, the second article showed how reading can support writing. It talked about how students can learn to organize their writing and build vocabulary through reading. I found this very helpful, especially for students who find it hard to start writing. Many times, it is not because they are weak in English, but it is because they don't know how to begin or to structure their ideas. One useful strategy that I would like to use in my own classroom is by giving students short reading tasks before writing exercise. These can help them to get ideas and learn how to write better. The third article focused more on academic writing. It introduced techniques such as planning, outlining, drafting, and also using peer feedback. I personally could relate this to my own university experience. Why? This is because I realized that I write better when I take the time to plan and also organize my thoughts first. Peer feedback also helped me to improve my writing and notice mistakes that I didn't see before. So I think these strategies are very important and should be taught to students early so that they can become more and more confident and also effective writers. In summary, all these three articles help me to understand that reading and writing must be taught together using clear and also guided strategies. They also change the way I think about teaching. I don't want to just give students tasks, but I want to show them how to do it and also support them throughout the whole process. In the future, I hope to create engaging and student-centered lessons that include group work, peer feedback, and writing tasks that help students become more real communicators in English. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Good morning, I'm Kausala Gopalakrishnan and today I'll be sharing reflections on 3 academic articles that explore effective reading and writing strategies for ESL learners, especially in the Malaysian classroom context. To begin with the first article by Aziz and Ismail, which focuses on reading strategies like skimming, scanning, predicting, and summarizing. These cognitive and metacognitive set strategies help students become more active and independent readers. I believe this is very important in Malaysia, where many students struggle with long texts and unfamiliar vocabulary. One simple way I would apply this is by guiding students to look at titles, images, or keywords before reading so they can make predictions and connect with the topic more confidently. And secondly, the second article by Ahmad and Ismail emphasizes the strong link between reading and writing. They argue that exposing students to model texts helps them absorb grammar, vocabulary, and organization. This makes writing more structured and purposeful. Personally, I think this is very effective, especially for ASL students who lack in language input. In my future classroom, I would start lessons with students analyzing sample essays, then planning together, and finally writing their own versions. This approach clearly connects reading input to writing output. Lastly, the third article by Anyao and describes writing as a process that involves planning, collaboration, and revision. They highlight strategies like peer feedback and group drafting as important tools for students' engagement and improvement. I think students wrote better when they worked in groups or received feedbacks from peers. So I plan to use writing workshops where students write in stages and support each other through the process. This not only improves writing but also builds teamwork and critical thinking. In conclusion, these articles offer valuable strategies that I believe can transform ESL teaching by combining prediction, model texts, peer feedback, and collaborative writing. We can help students become more confident, creative, and effective language users. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. My name is Divyashni, and today I'll be presenting about the key academic writing strategies for ESL learners based on the 3 research articles, along with how I apply them in real classroom settings. Across all 3 articles, one of the most emphasized strategies is planning and organizing ideas. Brainstorming and outlining helps students clarify their thoughts before writing. So, this leads to better structure, coherence, and reduced anxiety, especially for students who are unsure how to start. There's another important strategy where it's revising and self-monitoring. So technically in Article 2, they have highlights that Strong writers always draft multiple versions of their work because through revision, learners refine grammar structure and argumentation. So, technically, this metacognitive process builds independence as students learn to reflect on and improve their own writing. So, vocabulary development is also crucial in writing because Article 1 recommends academic word lists where there's also vocabulary logs and reading based learning. So technically, a strong vocabulary helps ESL students express complex ideas more accurately and confidently. So technically, cohesive devices like however, therefore, and in addition are vital for smooth transition between ideas because Article 1 especially stresses their importance in improving the overall flow and clarity of writing. So all three articles agree that reading academic text supports writing development. Especially Article 2 explains that reading helps students internalize tone, structure and academic style. So Article 3 technically supports this through genre-based instruction where reading comes first to set the foundation for writing. So social learning strategies such as peer collaboration, including peer editing and group writing, are emphasized in Articles 2 and 3. So technically, this allows learners to receive feedback, reflect and grow through interactions. Meanwhile, teacher modeling is highlighted across all the articles because demonstrating how to write a thesis, build arguments or cite properly gives students practically guidance and also clear their expectations. So, from now, from my own teaching experience, I have seen the strategies work best when thoughtfully it's integrated. Like for example, I guide students through mind mapping and outlines because especially I'll make sure they do a mind map before essays so that it helps them to organize their ideas visually, and this reduces hesitation and gives them a clear writing path. I also incorporate peer review sessions where students can exchange drafts and feedbacks, which not only sharpens their writing but also builds a sense of trust and community in the classroom. This also often learn just as much from each other as they do from me. So, for vocabulary and structure, I link reading with writing, where we read academic articles, extract useful phrases and transitions, and then apply them in our writing tasks. So this strengthens their understanding of academic tone and coherence. And I also run revision workshops where students edit their own and others' writing. So this hands-on practice helps them become more confident in spotting and correcting their own mistakes. So that's all from me. Thank you.